Phosphor Dot fans, Earl at thelogbook.com, here to play a real rarity. This would have been, in all likelihood, the launch title for the Odyssey 3. The Odyssey 3 was, of course, the successor to the Odyssey 2, which, despite there being several working prototypes, and despite, obviously, software being developed for it, it never came out. Now, a hardware equivalent of the Odyssey 3 was released in Europe as the Video Pack G7400 Plus, but this game was not published for that platform until much later, when the Odyssey 3 version of it was altered a little bit to work with the PAL video system that the Video Pack consoles in Europe operated under. So this is a real rarity. This is a game that, officially speaking, never came out. So let's give it a shot. It's called Flashpoint, and it's very much like Robotron. I'm sorry, there's somewhere behind me. Somewhere in the world, a cat is barfing. The idea behind Flashpoint is that you have a cityscape that obviously is showing up here. You have a vehicle that you are driving around that cityscape looking for flashpoints of zombie activity, and you're trying to go in and eliminate all the zombies before they eliminate you. It's a two-joystick game, which is where the Robotron comparison comes in. You move your vehicle with the right joystick while firing with the left. Now, the Odyssey 3, the prototypes that were made and were in the hands of some developers, especially in the Knoxville, Tennessee area, which was where the Odyssey West Game Group was located, close to Magnavox headquarters. There were numerous working prototypes of the Odyssey 3, fully branded with peripherals. There was a modem peripheral that was made for it. Now, there was nothing for it to connect to. There was no Odyssey 3 online service, because really that's the sort of thing that you wait until the machine is in production and has a user base to set up. So, let's play some Flashpoint. Enter a Flashpoint to protect the city. Also reminds me a little bit of the Ghostbusters game. Alright, here we go. If the zombies get into the green area, they will begin consuming it. I really don't know what the green represents. Cash? I don't know. Are they communist zombies from outer space? I have no idea what really the thinking was there. But you get a bonus for saving as much of the green area as you possibly can, which it gives you this little break in between levels as it tallies your score. So you get significantly more points for every bit of the green area that was saved versus the blue area. Alright. Head off a cat attack before I go deal with the next zombie attack. And you have to go down the little streets. That's kind of bizarre, but okay. As you can see, the graphics in some respects, not in all, but in some respects, they're of a much finer grain than an Odyssey 2 game from the same period. There were still Odyssey 2 games being released at the time that Flashpoint was developed, and so you do have, I think there's a fair basis of comparison for making that statement. My green area is not faring so well here. The game is over. Oh no! Still sounds like an Odyssey 2 to me. Yeah, the audio hardware does not seem to have been altered even one little bit from the original Odyssey 2 hardware. Although we do know that they were advertising that the voice module was going to be it was still going to be an add-on. It was going to be one of those peripherals, but it was going to generate the speech from the television speaker rather than from its own speaker, which makes you wonder why it wasn't just integrated into the base Odyssey 3 hardware to begin with. Now I can think of ways that this could be done faster, but eventually the game gets so fast and furious that you're kind of grateful for the pause. Oh no. Oh. Let's try again. I'm not, as is typical, I'm not very good at fending off zombie invasions. The design of the Odyssey 3 prototypes included a place to store the joysticks, and so that probably would have held the joysticks steady for you while you played two joystick games like this one. Oh no, you don't, zombies. Yeah, we done? See if I can get them all coming at me from one direction. Yeah, okay, I can do a lot better there. I didn't save a lot of the green area, but I'm okay with that. Because I survived. Flashpoint was programmed and designed by Rex Battenberg, who had also done some other work for the Odyssey game group in Knoxville. And I believe he went from there to Taito. I believe he was part of the team that made the arcade game Zookeeper, if I'm going completely from memory there, but I'm fairly sure he was involved with the arcade game Zookeeper for Taito America. I think I just got an extra life. Boy, that was a really noisy extra life. Hey, everybody follow me. There's got to be a better way to do this than to, you know, have, like, Pac-Man parentheses there, eat every square remaining on the screen. Okay. Overall, it's a fairly gripping game. It's really unlike anything that could have been done on the Odyssey 2, and I think it would have been a very good introductory. I think it would have made a very good case for anyone who had adopted the Odyssey 3 as to what the new hardware was capable of that the old hardware was not. The Odyssey 3 would have been backward compatible with the Odyssey 2 software. Now, there would have been Odyssey 3 versions of several Odyssey 2 games that would have been more or less identical to the Odyssey 2 games, except that the additional graphics chip in the Odyssey 3, which is also present in the video pack G7400 Plus, I said as I removed a cat from my work area, it would have had some tiled background characters. And we may explore that in some future installments of Phosphor Dot Fossils. Go look at some of the Odyssey 3 versions of popular Odyssey 2 games. Oh, they got me. Yeah, I'm over here now. You all come see me. But try to avoid killing me, because I'm a really nice guy. Oh. Well, I guess that was the flashpoint of my ability to play the game. So there you have it. This was really the only software that was developed exclusively for the Odyssey 3 before it was canceled, before it was ever released. It was announced at I believe the January '83 Consumer Electronics Show, January 1983, and by spring it was already known that the Odyssey 3 would never see the light of day. Now, there is a much more complicated story behind what happened there, and I've done a whole podcast about it. If you go to thelogbook.com/selectgame, look for the very well-regarded episode. A lot of people really liked this one. It's called Who Killed the Odyssey 3? And you'll find out that there are plenty of suspects. Thanks for watching.